calabash, which I think was one of the objects that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I don't mind talking about the calabash.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what you have there first. It says Accra, Gold Coast, West Africa. Well, it's not very far from the truth. Different legends to the story of the calabash. I'm just taking you back to my roots. The calabash is a plant. It's really the fruit you get from the farm. The shape of the calabash is determined by the soil type, the climatic conditions, the species, and time of harvest. If you desire your calabash to be small, you go and harvest it from the farm at a very early stage. If you want it really big, you wait till much later, and then you harvest it when it's fully grown. The calabash itself, in my dialect, is called okma. It has many uses. The Englishman would say it has a comprehensive use. And it's a key in the life of the African domestic life of the African person. You can use the calabash for decoration. You can use it as storage, and sometimes as open display of wealth. Yes, a long time ago, you see in the houses of the very rich people, the nobles, heavily decorated calabash as wall hangings and as display, to display their social status. Some of these designs can be incised, like what we have here. Sometimes it can be open work, where the designs are cut through the calabash. Sometimes metal designs, other times it's what you call bunt wiring or beadwork. You can design the calabash in various ways. But the most uncommon use of the calabash is as a container for carrying and serving food or drink from the farms, the field, and the home. If you talk about calabash having a relationship with the English or the European customs, we say long time ago, the Englishman would have stored his tea in a cadre. I don't know if you know the cadre where you store the tea. That's a long time ago, not now. You just store it in little packs with different brands. But the African man will store or preserve the tea in the calabash. So you can use the calabash as a preserving container. We brew our tea in the calabash. You will brew your tea in the teapot. We drink our tea with the calabash. You will drink yours with a teapot. So you see that the calabash is, you can count upon the uses of the calabash. So to the African person, it's a symbol of domestic bliss. You associate yourself with the calabash. Sometimes we use it for musical instrument. I see you guys touch this calabash with a lot of respect and love. Yes, it's good to do that. But it's what we play with every day at home. There's still science to prove why termites cannot penetrate through the calabash. Yes. That is why my mother and her mother used the calabash for storage. When it's very big, we didn't have wardrobes. You just wash your clothes or fold them neatly and put them in calabash. You come back in 2 years' time intact, no termite, nothing. You want to drink cold water, you put the water in the calabash, you cover it, keep it somewhere cold, you come back, it's still cold. That was the fridge. You want something very hot, no problem. Boil the water, put in the calabash, cover it up, you come back in a few hours, it's still very warm. Wow. That's all about the calabash. So much to talk about. For now, I want Sister Esima and Ebi to say 1 or 2 words about the calabash, not forgetting these intricate designs, beautiful handwork that depicts the craftsmanship of the African man.
I feel like growing some myself now, you know, after all that.
It's a unique thing, the calabash. We do so much with it.
Real multi-purpose thing. And of course,
you know, comprehensive use.
And of course, it's completely ecologically sound. It's you know, in a society where nothing is going to pollute anything at the end. It's you can reuse it.
Nothing can eat through this. You can break it, but nothing can go through that.
That's amazing.
Science did to prove that.
Yeah, you're going to add something to this.
Yeah, the little to add is calabash plays an important role in Benin Kingdom. When a baby is born, newly baby is born, calabash and other what is called things, gifts and everything is one of them. And to crown it all, calabash is used in bathing a child. When you use calabash to bathe a child will not have any rashes in his skin. Calabash and the native chalk, that gentleman using rubbing his eyes and body, those are the two important things. Calabash is used, put some junks inside, as we say, then use it for a baby. And when a child is circumcised too, it's only calabash. You use in fetching water, in tapping the navel and the penny cut of a child. So it's a very good something.
And can I just add that the calabash can be used as well as a hat to cover your head when you go to the farm.
Okay.
It keeps the heat off.
Keeps the heat off.
You know, the calabash, like she was saying, when a child is born, you used the calabash. You don't just, it's not just for water. You use herbs. You mix herbs, herbal, you know, drink, which the baby takes in the calabash. You also store such herbs in the calabash. You know, you have various sizes of them. You store them. You know, these are leaves, various vegetation that are, you know, medicinal, and these are stored in the calabash and kept for days and weeks. You know, you keep topping it up with the water from time to time, and this can be used to drink, to bathe the baby, and you know the mother as well, because those herbs are very medicinal. The calabash is also a very significant symbol in socializing, in drinking palm wine.
Okay.
You know, the juice from the palm tree, it's called palm wine. And when our men, African men, sit down to play games, local games, they usually have this keg of palm wine standing beside them. And sometimes you find something like, you see that keg you have behind you there. Stretch on. Yeah.
That's a calabash too.
That's a calabash. So sometimes you find a very big one like this.
It's a different shape.
It's a different shape.
Of a calabash.
You know, right beside them, and you can see the hole that is there. You know, and the liquid is poured, and they use the calabash, you know, for drinking. Right. So it's a very significant part of our drinking culture. It is. Yeah. Today we use glasses and cups, but traditional Africa, it was a calabash.